want to show you what is the ongoing criminal. They can send whatever email they want. Understand, Spectrum represents the state. The specific environment is what supersedes the government that's keeping you under surveillance through the people of the state. And that specific environment is what is going to trump any and everything, every representation of the entity that is maliciously keeping you under surveillance. So I do want to show you what was in my email, supposedly 4:10 in the morning. This was sent. They're sending emails about interruption at 4 o'clock in the morning. And the entity is speaking to an outage in the neighborhood. Understand that this so-called outage is occurring my interruption is occurring where there are no scheduled outages as well. So you're going to be mindful of that. This is a third party, not supposed. This is a confirmed third party who is also engaging in what is email communication about what's occurring in the specific environment. Understand that that's the pattern of conduct. The entity that's stating that they're coming to repair your internet, and they're doing so under the light source and indirected light and amongst amplified activity. It's nothing other than an email communication, which is legally irrelevant. It's proof of presence and criminal activity creation while the pattern of conduct is underway. So I want you to be mindful of all of that. But I do want to document what is this email that, again, the entity is, it's in my email and it states 2 hours ago that it was sent. I woke up, my television was working fine. The internet was in operation. The moment that I captured this video is when it goes off, it goes out, and it's unavailable. And this is stating that it's going to be restored at 6:30. I want you to recall what I documented the other day. I was given an email, and it wasn't even, that was over the weekend, stating that outage was going to be on the following Monday, and I experienced outage all day long, which again, Spectrum admitted that there was no outage even present in the area, first of all, you don't need one. Second of all, nor do they have an explanation as to why the equipment isn't working. I want to be clear, this is the same. It's not a genuine outage. This is within the pattern of conduct. The entity is keeping me under surveillance inside of my private space, which you know through the environment, and the entity does so with ongoing real-time knowledge of everything that you're documenting. Spectrum is an entirely illegitimate third-party group, Charter Communications, who's going to be subject to civil and criminal prosecution, and this is the state of California that's using a company, the people of the state, in the same way that the state of California is using a company, Universal Waste Systems Incorporated, to keep you under surveillance and to engage in terrorism. They're doing so through companies such as Spectrum. It's not different. It's the same thing. You're looking with regard to federal stalking conduct and criminal surveillance also. So I want to make sure that I document that, because I'm going to use that with regard to the absence of any excuse. When you're subject to surveillance, you have no business engaging in the state's criminal system, and you're doing so. That's why the engineer light is present. That's why the sun rises and sets through my apartment. That's why the entity is engaging in terrorism by stalking in helicopters. That's why you have the demon-possessed stalking driving by, and engineer light moves all across buildings, which is terrorism. You're subject to the criminal system. You're subject to that prosecution, period, regardless of any email that you want to send, which was nothing other than ongoing federal stalking conduct occurring on the internet. The entity is invading privacy. This is an email sent to me. It's an email sent to the whole entity, which is no explanation for the interruption. Let me be clear. There's no legal excuse from the interruption of internet connection while your life is subject to a threat, while you're subject to what is physical violence that an entity will commit against you, when you're enforcing your rights against a corrupt state that's keeping you under surveillance on the video of the internet and in relevant position. So I want to document that this is going for the prosecution of Spectrum. That is Charter Communications. It's 5:58 a.m. This is P.O.C.